Hey there everyone, it is Sunday, October the 4th, 2009. Wanted to bring you guys a brief update. I usually don't do this on the weekends, but so excuse my appearance. I haven't even shaved or anything, but I thought this was pretty important to bring up. There's just been talk about, too big to fail. Gerald Celente has definitely talked about this at length. I think Peter Schiff has as well. And I think this is kind of the response the government is trying to respond with it anyway. Just about an hour ago, Reuters came out with an article. Uh, Apparently, in Istanbul, they're holding a Institute of International Finance meeting there, and our FDIC chairwoman Sheila Bair is there. So anyway, here's the. I'm going to read this bits and pieces of this to you. It says update here. It says U.S. FDIC chief, too big to fail must end for all. Really? So the FDIC chief is saying, man, too big to fail. We have to end this doctrine right now. So anyway, here it goes. The head of the U.S. FDIC said on Sunday that she wanted to end the too big to fail doctrine and shrink the shadow banking system that operates outside the reach of regulators. Wow, you mean you actually had to admit that there's a shadow banking system? Well, that is very interesting, isn't it? So A, we have to admit finally that there's definitely a shadow banking system going on, and B, you know what? We've got to do something to stop this. We've got to do something this too big to fail stuff has got to stop. We just can't do this anymore, right? Oh, it sounds wonderful, doesn't it? And here's what this is what drives me absolutely insane about mainstream media, ladies and gentlemen. Usually within somewhere in the body of the article will actually be the true intent. And let me give you an example here. It's actually in the next paragraph. FDIC Chairman Sheila Bair, speaking to the Institute of International Finance meeting here in Istanbul, said a U.S. proposal to create the authority to shut down failing systemically important financial firms may need to be extended to insurers and hedge funds. Okay, so let's take this bit piece by piece. She said that a U.S. proposal to create the authority, so in other words, the U.S. doesn't have this authority yet, to shut down failing systemically important financial firms. So now all of a sudden you have a little bit of religion. You want to go ahead and shut down systemically important financial firms? Give me a break. And may need to be extended to insurers and hedge funds. So here we go, guys. So they want the authority to be able to shut down financial firms, and it will be extended to insurers and hedge funds. So that's the true intent, guys. All they want to do is be able to extend federal powers to include insurers and hedge funds now. Now, of course, a lot of people are going to say, well, yeah, I think we need that to happen too as well. All this is just a call to extend federal powers under the guise of we need to end too big to fail. Give me a freaking break. I mean, this is just unbelievable. So we're going to have AIG out there still. They're going to be propped up because they're definitely in the in crowd, right? So you're going to have AIG. So now the attack now is going to be on the other insurers who are small to medium-sized companies who are not in the in crowd. I mean, look at the financial sector. Look at the banking sector. How many banks are left now? I mean, there's what, 4 or 5 big, huge national banks, and you know why? They're part of the in crowd, okay? Let's just be honest with each other here. They are part of the in crowd. They're the ones who are going to be propped up. They're the ones who are going to be saved. And guess what? The FDIC is going to allow the smaller, medium-sized banks who may have been, managing their funds and managing their financial orders properly, but the economy just basically has wiped them out. So basically, FDIC is going to go in and take all these banks that are maybe even on the verge or just maybe need a little infusion of capital, close them, give them to the huge, in-crowd banks. And so now what they're going to do with the insurance companies and other hedge funds, things like that too, hedge funds being Goldman Sachs too, by the way, is they're going to make it so that the Goldman Sachs and the AIGs out there can now swallow up their competitors now. That's all this is, guys. I mean, to sit there and to say that the FDIC is trying to stop this too big to fail mentality, are they going to continue to pump money into Chase and Goldman Sachs and Bank of America? You bet they are. They're not going to let that fail. Absolutely not. I mean, the Federal Reserve is talking about extending their financial powers as well. Now the FDIC is starting to say the same thing. Obviously, it's buried into the article here because most people who are kind of brain dead and halfway brain dead are going to read this, go, oh look, our government is doing something about too big to fail. So, okay, well Peter Schiff, look, they're doing something about the too big to fail. This is just unbelievable to me, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? And stuff like this that just keeps this shadow banking system alive that she was talking about here. It's going to keep this alive and keep this all going. And the more we sit here idly and not do anything about it, it's just going to make things worse. And what I mean by that is, guys, you know, take your money out of Chase, out of Bank of America, the big banks, and put them into, state-sponsored banks, state-chartered banks, the smaller regional and local banks that you have around there. These people need us to participate in their big scam. So take the money out of the big banks, put them in your small local banks. Make sure they're healthy, of course. And if all of us did that, just think what that would do. We're not participating in their mess anymore. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's just one more article. I think I'll just leave this out for now. But anyway, please leave some comments. I'd like to know what you guys think about this too, because I'm starting to see more and more of this pop up. It's now on Yahoo and some other things. So this is going to start to spread. So not sure how big the story will get, but I think it's very interesting to keep an eye on this. Anyway, please rate, comment, leave some comments, and rate my videos if you will. Subscribe, and let's just, again, like I keep saying in every single video, let's continue to keep the word out. Okay. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys have the rest of the weekend is wonderful for you, and hopefully you have a terrific week coming up. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.